By 2030, the long-awaited north-south Spokane freeway is supposed to open, alleviating traffic on one of Spokane's busiest roads, the Division Street corridor. But with that, the city is now figuring out how to change the corridor, aiming to prevent businesses and people from avoiding it.
City planners are studying how to best serve the surrounding community while trying to make it a better place to live. Our Hunter Bertram joins us live on the Division Street corridor. And Hunter, what kinds of changes can people expect to see?
Yeah, well, Derek, the city says we could see a multitude of different changes that would come to the Division Street corridor, whether that be new sidewalks, new bus hubs, even transit and bike lanes. But really, once traffic begins to slow down here, it opens a door of reimagination for this area.
Tens of thousands of people live within a few blocks of the corridor, and tens of thousands of cars are there every day.
Carl Otterstrom, the interim co-CEO and Chief Planning and Development Officer for the Spokane Transit Authority.
And many of those cars will shift and adjust over time, especially with the opening of the North Spokane corridor next decade.
By 2030, it's projected the decades-long North-South Spokane Freeway project will be done. So the Division Street corridor is finally going to hit the brakes, and the city is doing everything it can to avoid coming to a complete stop in its hustle and bustle of life.
And so there's an opportunity to think about, how do we help the people who live in this corridor get around better? How do we make it more attractive to live in the corridor and to do business in the corridor?
Check out these renderings of a future Division Street corridor from today's Spokane Plan Commission meeting. Their study looks at how to best support the upcoming 2030 Division Bus Rapid Transit Route, or BRT route. Spokane has a BRT route already and is taking notes from its service. Yet there's a major hurdle in changing this area, the land zoning along the street. Planners are working on the best ways to repurpose zoning to encourage development and investment in the area.
Yeah, and it's also really important to remember we're not going to see any changes for quite a while, most likely not until the new decade, as you know, the city still has quite a while to figure out their finalized plan. They have a goal of having a plan for the public to see by the end of the year, but they still have a lot of studying to do, like zoning and also community impact. But for now, live in Spokane, Hunter Bertram for News Now.